Hello guys, in this video you will learn how to reduce your nerves, when you should do so, and I'll give you some practical tools you can use right away. Let's get into it. First of all, you need to understand what nerves are and how they work. So if you haven't seen it yet, I recommend you check out this video for some important background information on the things I'm saying here. But I'll give you a quick recap of the zone of optimal performance, or the sweet spot, as I call it. This graph shows the relationship between nervousness and performance. And the most important thing to notice is that the sweet spot, or the optimal zone of performance, is right here in the middle. If you're not nervous at all, your performance suffers, and if you're too nervous, your performance also suffers. So you actually want to have a moderate level of nervousness to be able to perform at your best. If you're wondering why that is, check out my previous video. So the name of the game is to stay in that sweet spot. And for most people, that will mean reducing your level of nerves to get back into it. Because most people tend to be too nervous rather than not being nervous enough. You'll know that you're in the sweet spot if you only feel a few of the symptoms, you're able to focus on your task, and you feel alert and ready. And if you start to feel overwhelmed and experience many symptoms, you need to reduce your level of nerves, or down-regulate them, as it's called in psychology. So how do you actually reduce your nerves? Well, you can't just decide to stop being nervous. If you don't believe me, just go try it and then come back. And if you want to know why that is, again, check my last video. But there are things you can do that will have an effect on your nerves. There are both physical techniques and mental techniques. And today I'm going to give you two physical ones, which are probably the most effective and powerful techniques that exist for lowering nerves. So let's look at the first one. If you've seen my video on why you get nervous, or if you've ever been nervous, you'll remember that fast, shallow breathing is a typical symptom of nervousness. And that actually works both ways. So if you actively control and slow your breathing down, you will actually reduce your level of nerves and approach the sweet spot. This is why you always see athletes take a big deep breath when they need to focus and perform. So a common method of controlled breathing is counting 3 to 4 seconds when you breathe in, and then counting 3 to 4 seconds as you breathe out. Now in practice, when you're nervous, this might mean you actually need to hold your breath back a little bit. But that's the whole point, to slow your breathing down. The second technique is literally just relaxing your muscles. Now in the same way as before, tense muscles is a classic symptom of nervousness, and guess what? That also works both ways. So just checking in with your body and actively relaxing your muscles if they're tense can have a quick lowering effect on your nerves. You can do this by simply scanning your jaw, your shoulders, your hands, and your legs for any unnecessary tension and let go of it. This technique is especially useful when you're passive, like if you're just sitting around or waiting or something like that. In general, it's like this. The more nervous you are, the less your logical brain works. And that's why these physical techniques are so good, because they don't require any thinking. Now, if these techniques seem simple, it's because they are. And that's why they work so well. But think about it. Have you ever thought about how you're breathing or how tense your muscles are in a situation when you've been nervous? It's easy to miss, but it makes a big difference. So controlled breathing and muscle relaxing are two of the fundamentals for managing nerves. In coming videos, I will address mental techniques and thinking tricks for managing nerves as well. But listen, managing your nerves is a process. It's not something you just do once and you're done. You can always become more or less nervous throughout a performance situation. So you have to monitor your level of nerves and keep using these techniques to stay in that sweet spot. If you do that, you'll have access to your full potential when you need it the most. Alright, let me know in the comments how it goes when you try these techniques. If you're looking for sports psychology coaching, visit my website psychologist.com and book a session. But that's all I had for today. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.